Hello, greetings to my channel, Soul Numerology with Karen Riley, Numerologist. Thank you for visiting today. For this video presentation, I want to highlight three key points about this year, 2022. I want to showcase how numerology, with the knowledge, when you can break up these components within the mathematical vibrations of this year, you can not only understand the vibrations that you and I and everyone around the globe are actually already a part of and traveling within. Because the 2022, whilst mathematically we can look to this as a guideline, as a signpost, it actually does carry a weight. It's quite remarkable, this knowledge. So without me waffling on too much, I want to get straight to the point because this is just a very brief video. I want to bring to everyone's attention how 2022 has three separate components, mathematically, numerologically speaking, that enables you and I and any one of us to retrieve insights. And these insights, this information, it's relevant to what's going on around you in your environment. It's relevant to what you see on the news in the worldly events, of the global events and situations that we hear. Now, keep in mind, it's only a guideline. It's still relevant to the vibrations that humanity is a part of, but this knowledge is a guideline of support. Whether we take it seriously, whether we actually allow this knowledge to prove itself to one and all, because you can pinpoint events through this knowledge. So it's a mathematical science. It has relevance to all of us now, globally, individually. So whilst I'm not talking about your birth date time frame, I'm talking about just 2022 with relevance to the world of environment that we are all living in and a part of for this fixed duration of a time frame of the whole 12 monthly years phase. So 2022 is significant in its own weight, as its own component. So first and foremost, you look at the number 2 vibrations. Now the 2 as a guidance, it's just a pure, beautiful single 2 all of its own as a guidance. It helps you to apply this knowledge to conscious awareness and to any challenges or situations that you can see that's going on around you as well. So 2 deals with the fundamentals of the basic core living needs and support. It's very relevant to relationships, actually. It really shines a light on relationships. So you've got 1 and 1 equals 2. You can't be in a relationship singularly. It takes 2 to be interactive within a relationship, any relationship. So with the 2, you're looking at your relationship with another and with others, whether it's personal, whether it's in the workplace environment, whether it's a family member or any individual personally, in your own personal relationships. And so I need for you to think about this, because if you think about your communicational abilities, if you think about your ability to communicate and express your needs and to your relationship needs, well, then that's important. If there's not relationships of equality taking place, if there are not relationships of unification and resolving issues and conflict and talking through things, then you're going to feel the struggle. You will feel the struggle, won't you? It'll be hard for one. And so you've got to come together in peace and harmony and talking through things and resolving conflict, you see. So that's the higher message of the 2's wisdom here. Now, in this calendar year of 2022, please bear in mind, we've got a multitude of 2's taking place. There are 3 2's here. Now that lends itself to the negative aspect because there's an overbalance of the 2's. And so if if in the personal life, if in the worldly life of global events and events taking place around one, and you're seeing not the support, and you're seeing not peace, full living, peaceful arrangements, peaceful conditions, harmonious arrangements and agreements, if you're not seeing all of these things taking place, then what you are in fact seeing is the negative of the two taking place, which can be a suppression of one's needs, of one's rights, of the people's rights, and others together here. So that can be the challenge there. Within this calendar year of 2022, we can also see the master number 22-4. Now, 22-4 being a master number, this is very important, because what people probably don't realize is the master number in numerology of 22, the 22, in this instance, it's a highly charged vibration. It's a highly charged intensity, really. It carries a very significant weight, far more so than the base numbers in numerology between 1 and 9. If I can help you understand that pure single digit of the pure single number 1 is of strength. There's a number of strength, of courage, of a individualized approach to life, a unique approach to life. So what happens when you multiply 1 times 11? You find the master number 11, 2. The 2 is an extension of the 11, so it's written as 11,2. It's read as 11,2. It's interpreted as 11,2. You have to think about the true weight of the master number 11 in this regard, with all those 11 ones sitting within its whole vibrational energy. Now, because we're talking about the calendar year, and we're talking about environment, in fact, the environment that you're living in, the environment that you're a part of, the worldly environment, your own environment, as well as externally, globally, all around us. And you think about this knowledge, and you look closely at situations that unfold in front of you, and situations that you see on the news or you hear about from a loved one or another, and you just have this knowledge in your conscious awareness, have this knowledge in your mind, and then you apply it to choices that you can make for yourself. You apply it to how people react with each other in their life. And when you know that the higher message of numerology's wisdom as a signpost, as a guideline of support, carries a part of its vibrational thread of its message interwoven within the fabric of the life of our worldly environmental influences and surroundings and events, you see, we can pick up on this thread, we can pick up on this vibrational message, and we can use it to our advantage. We can use it to our own support. So 2, 6 for 1, to call out for support. Those that are like-mindedness in peaceful, harmonious, beautiful conscientiousness of beings, your heart and soul calls out for peace. It will desire peace. You will want unification. You will want a sense of unity. You will want peace in your working life, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your relationships, in your home. And that's the umbrella of the 6 as an extension, as a big overview message of 2022. The 6 is of love. It is a beautiful expression of love. It's communications of love and demonstrations of love in action, And so the 6 deals with the focus on the home life and the families and the children's needs and the parents and the children's needs, all collectively together. It shines a light on the importance of the home and the family. If there's a disruption to the home life and the family life, if the two's peaceful ability to negotiate and compromise and get along with one another aren't being met, you see, of equality and fairness, well, then you're going to see the 22 at play here, the master number 22, where there's a disruption to the flow of the life, a disruption to the flow. And for some, it can be such a sudden shock to the emotions. There can be a disruption here. And so there can be a shifting in the tide of the sands of one's own foundations in the life, literally. And it can be so hard, so difficult for one and all. And so I see the 22-4 in the nature's disasters, what we've witnessed, with the fires and the floods. And of course, with mankind's choices who have made the decision to not follow a pathway of peace, to not follow the higher wisdom and higher message of love in the show of expression of peace and peaceful negotiations and peaceful treaties and peaceful arrangements, you know, to reconcile and to be able to get along and bring about a peaceful outcome for one and all. We see all of this in its most negative and its at its worst actually in the wars that are taking place in the world around us and in the globe, being highlighted this year especially. So I want for you to please think about the guidelines, the support that's needed of the two, the six with the home, the family life, and the right support. Believe in oneself and believe in what is right for oneself, and know that you are so deserving of the support that you need in any way. Seek it externally to oneself in the ways that are relevant to one's priorities and well-being, you know. And 4, which is an extension of 22, the master number 22, that deals with your core living needs, your basic essentials. That deals with the foundations, you know, your food on the table, your working career life, your economy, your finances, your home, your base by which you can build up a life from. But if your foundations are not secure, if your home life is not settled and not harmonious and not flowing, then of course you're going to see all the negativity of the challenges within the home and within the workplace and within the world around you of personal situations and even events that are outside your own control. And so it's only if you remain isolated or alone, it's only if you don't call out or seek out that right support or communicate your needs, you know, for what's right for oneself, that you might retreat within yourself and you might hold yourself back from a pathway that seeks for you to support those choices in terms of self-preservation, self-love, self-empowerment. So I'll leave all of this with you to reflect upon and to consider, and keep in mind I'm only talking about the environment here as well as what you can take from this knowledge for yourself and read between the layers of 2022 just with the pure singular mathematical vibrational knowledge of numerology with all of these 3 major points here within the year. So you've got the overbalance of the 2s, you've got the 6 guidance, and you've got the master number 22-4, all taking place within the layers of the world of environment around us, you know, and of course within our own lives. We can pinpoint this precisely. We can see it as a guidance. We can support our own choices in the knowledge of how best we can create a flow of ease, you know. And so those that vibrationally are in alignment and harmonize with all the 2's qualities, it's part of one's own individuality, own resonation, own vibrational energies, and the 6 as well, and the 4, you will feel all of this. You'll see all this and you'll feel the worry and the care and the upset and the stress, you know, you'll feel it, and you won't be in harmony with what you see that is not of peace, not of love, not of the well-being emotionally, physically, personally for others out in the world of environment that are suffering, a cause for suffering, or because of external influences outside their control. And so this is my message for today, and I hope you take something from the numerology today, and I wish you well. If please feel welcome to subscribe to my channel for future video presentations and numerology content. I wish you well, have a good day, and thank you for watching. Bye.